Hey, welcome back. My name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning high stakes speeches, whether it's for a job interview, business or sales meeting, or even at a conference. Today's May 18th, 2017, and usually I don't give the date, but today I gave the date because I just found out this morning that Roger Ailes, who was the former head of Fox News, died. Now, you don't have to like Roger Ailes, you don't have to like his politics, but one thing that's hard to argue is that Roger Ailes was a communication genius. He advised three presidents over the years, and he may have advised Donald Trump, but definitely advised Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, and George H.W. Bush, countless other politicians, governors, senators, congressmen, and business leaders. And he's also famous for starting CNBC and most famous for starting Fox News for the last 20 years. And Fox News has been the undisputed leader. Now, you don't have to like Fox News, but the fact is that they've been the ratings leader for probably the last 20 years. And the reason for that is that Roger Ailes knew how to get his message across to the people. Now, whether you agree with the message is not the point that I'm making here. The point is that he knew what the audience wanted, and he gave it to them. So I learned a lot from Roger Ailes, and a lot of it is captured in his outstanding book called You Are the Message. And what he says in this book is that in any communication, the first person that is the most important is you. You are the message. And if you look at Fox News, that's what he has done. He has made career out of Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, Megyn Kelly, I mean, you name it. And what he tries to do is that the news isn't that important. The people who are commenting on the news are more important. And then the news is secondary, which is kind of different than the past, where the news was always important. And then the person isn't that important. That person can easily be replaced. What Roger Ailes said, that people are attached to the person more than the news. As long as they like the person, they'll believe anything you say. And in fact, that's one of the reasons why Fox News has done so well. Reasons why their ratings were so high for so many years, like Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, and Megyn Kelly. They usually were at the top on the cable news channel. And when you read this book, you really understand that he really knew about communication. And one of the stories he tells is had to do with advising Ronald Reagan after his debacle in his first debate in 1984 election. And that's when he got a chance to talk to Reagan and explain to him basically what he says in the book. Look, people didn't hire you, people didn't vote for you because of your command of the details. They voted for you because of the vision that you bring to the people and the judgment that you bring. And that's what you need to convey. And one other thing is, don't get into details. And also that famous line about that he uses about Walter Mondale's youth, and because age also became an issue. And he also worked with him to give this line, practice this line to diffuse the age issue. And according to all the analysts, political pundits, that performance convinced American people that Reagan still had his fastball, and he won it in a landslide. I think Mondale only won one state, Minnesota, his home state. So Ailes knew what the people wanted, and he knew how to convey that message. And the best way to convey it is through the person. The person itself was the message. And he's done that repeatedly, as you know, in politics, in business, and even in media. So in a way, it's a sad day because communication is so important. As we're getting more and more technologically advanced, the one-on-one communication that we engage in is becoming more and more important. And nobody knew that face-to-face communication or television communication, and even though Ailes didn't get too involved in social media, but I bet if he had, he would have figured that out too. So I think this is a great book to read. It may be a little bit dated because this was written, I believe, in the 90s, but I got a lot out of it. The 1995 is the date I say. So when you look at it, it's more than 20, close to 23 years old now. But communication is communication. That hasn't changed much. One-on-one communication is still the same. And learn from the master because it'll help you whether it's in relationship, at work, and overall in any situation where you have to get your message across. So again, get this book. I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of uh, go over this because you know he was a giant when it came to communication, and I've learned a lot. In fact, I'm currently writing a book that takes many of these ideas uh, and using modern example. And I found out that communication hasn't really changed much, and it's not going to change. We've still been doing it since we started using our brain, and we still have to do it. And probably it's becoming even more important with all the technology, and whoever communicates is going to win. And that's what he was all about, winning. Communicate to win. That's what he did better than anybody. And he has a track record and a legacy that shows that. Okay? So no matter what you think about Roger Ailes as a person or his politics or his methods or whatever, but when it comes to communication to win, nobody knew it better than Roger Ailes. Okay? Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching.